Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 18 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason took the battle to the Trop and the Tampa Bay Rays for the second game winning and got his second win in a row against them, pitching 8 innings, allowing 1 run on 8 hits and a walk, collecting 8 strikeouts. Good showing for him. Now, the Blue Jays are starting to fade down the stretch, so the Red Sox are still only 4 games behind the Yankees in the American League East, and we are in pole position in the wild card as before. So we're looking pretty good to make a postseason appearance this year. We may not win the division like we did last year, but we are certainly looking good to at least make a 3rd consecutive showing for Jason in the postseason. But we got to get out there first, so let's get to keep going.
Total mastery of a skill requires continual refinement.
Coach, you know you can't teach speed, right? Except for Jason, who can apparently learn how to pitch 96 after pitching not 96 for the better part of his youth. Let's see. Bullpen day. What do we got? Slider velocity and Cape 9, blah, blah, blah. Cut velocity, 2-seam cap, blah, 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 blah. Arm strength, don't care. Pitching clutch, don't care. Let's go ahead and do some Tai Chi, I guess. Get that those red pants, though. Jason, what are you doing? Okay, it looks like the next game out will be Jason Parham in Chicago to face the White Sox. Now, Jason has faced the White Sox a grand total of 4 times before, has a 3-0 record against them, a 1.59 ERA, and a 2.10 WOBA. So really good results against these guys before. I see Randall Romero got traded there. I guess I forgot to mention that. Randall Romero got traded to the Chicago White Sox. So he's not in our bench anymore. He's out in their outfield. So we get to play against him and a couple other guys who we've come to know and love to strike out and get out here and get some more. So nothing to it but to do it. So let's get out here and get it.
Thursday night baseball headed your way from Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. 2 playoff hopefuls duke it out for wild card standing. Next. Tyler Glasnow, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last one wasn't very good, mainly because of control issues. Walked 5 batters in his last start, and he certainly can't do that in this one here, or he's going to come out of the short end of this one.
I don't know if Jason has ever walked 5 batters in any of his games.
He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
I don't know off the top of my head. I could certainly go find out, but I don't know off the top of my head. Meanwhile, Tyler Glasnow allows 3 runners to cross the plate in the top of the first for Boston, so Jason's already coming out here with a strong lead. Let's hang on to it.
First delivery to him on the way.
Swing and miss on the first pitch.
Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer
2-seamer on the black.
Get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not
good
only
spot, just no strike call.
You get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
2-1 count.
2-seamer again inside, no swing.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch in on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Let's try a cutter, same spot.
Nobody out. Wait for a good one.
And here's a ball hit in the air.
Fouled off to foul ground. Yasiel Puig can't quite get to it. 2-2 count. You know what that means. It's showtime.
Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Okay.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there.
Best spot I can put it in, I guess, but
and the umpire too.
No swing on it.
And that misses ball 4.
First
So
pitch
that's just
walk.
what you hope
So
for here in the first. Base
Randall
runners
Romero
as you
gets
try to
himself
fall
a free
back into
pass
this.
from his former teammate Jason Parham, and that's one man on to start the bottom of the first.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch.
Two-seamer down for the first strike.
Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the
Grounder
case.
over to second.
As an offensive player,
That'll be my
you
double
have to
play
find
ball.
a consistent zone. You just can't.
There's one.
Except it's not returned in time to get that double play, so
that one wasn't
trade
sharply
men
enough
on
to turn
first
two.
for the first out. Raul Mondesi flips it to Adam Frazier at short. Over to Derek Dietrich at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
No odds, so that was a good job to at least get the runner going into second.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Two-seamer inside for the first
Right
pitch.
over the inside corner.
You know, I never said Jason was going to stay clean-shaven. After all, it's been probably about 2 years since he's
Hey, let it fly right here.
yeah, it's been like 2-3 years since he's come out here
He's really
with
getting the better of him now. It's
clean-shaven
strike 2.
face.
This is what every pitcher
Even when he
likes
got
to have.
traded to the
Another
Marlins, he
0-2
kept that
count
stupid
really puts
goatee
the
that he
hitters
had.
on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
And this one gets away.
Wild pitch for Jason. Bounces out of Blake Swihart's grasp.
And on the play, the runner moves
And
into
that will
scoring
take away.
position now at second.
That was definitely a two-strike curveball there. The catcher turns his glove over and tries to make himself big to block it, but with no luck. The ball skipped.
Well, Scott Selby, 1 ball, 2 strikes, swing and a miss.
That's strike 3.
Thanks for playing. Still the best mustache in the
Here
game.
from the south side to take a look at the
2
Bell
outs.
Hose starting lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You know, I'm really impressed with Yohan Moncada. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So, given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
That'll bring up Jesse Winker.
So striding in, Jesse Winker. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Cutter cuts a little too far inside. Ball 1.
Missed for ball 1.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Two-seamer
Way in
down,
front
gets
of
a
that
swing and a
fastball.
miss.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. A guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter two-seamer combo.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
Changeup freezes him on
knee-high
strike
changeup
1
taken
for
for
strike
a
2.
strike.
Now the calls for curveball outside corner. Yeah, might as well give it to him.
Here we go.
I don't expect to be out here that long. Did he go?
Started to chase
He did
there.
not.
They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2.
No, give me no credit for these low spots.
Hoping to
I'm not
send him
necessarily
packing, pitch on its way.
Unused to that. It's
Missed
just
with a
still
slider.
frustrating.
Tim Anderson would be next. Slapped hard the opposite way.
Sprays off
This
that
is right to him
changeup
and
down
left as he
to
hardly
left
has
field.
to move as he
Benintendi's got
handles
it.
for
And
the
that's
final
3
out.
away.
A man left for the White
End of the
Sox.
first.
They
Boston
trail it
comes
here,
up. Let's see what
3-0.
else they can do. Get some more off Tyler Glass now.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on.
And
But
they
you
get
don't
another
wanna
couple
fall
runs
too
off
far
of Tyler
behind.
Glasnow.
They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Curveball.
In
First
there,
pitch
strike
gets a
1.
strike.
Guys, this game features the league's best teams that are not currently leading a division. What does this matchup mean to the overall playoff picture?
You know, it's really amazing, Matt. You play all these games, and it boils down to the last few games. We have
Slap
two
shot
teams
over to
right now
third
that have been
base.
trying to
Rafael
fight with
Devers
each
got
other
it.
all season long.
Fields
and
it,
this very
pulls
well
it in.
could be a game that we're looking at. There could be a matchup in the wild card.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's take a look
Who looks
at
to be the
Yasiel
usual
Puig,
suspects.
a
Center
lightning
field is
rod in
Mikey
our
Mottook
sport,
instead of
but he
Jackie
can
Bradley
play
Jr.
some D.
Around the horn, typical faces: Derek Dietrich, Raul Mondesi, Adam Frazier, Rafael Devers, Blake Swihart behind the dish, and of course, Mr. Jason Parham on the bump.
Monaco, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. First offering on its way.
Grounder over to short. Adam Frazier.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
That's a quick second out.
Now at the plate, Omar Narvaez. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping
for your first pitch.
And he takes a
swing, strike one.
0-1.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
The windup and
change up down and away. Taps it.
And he can't
got up in Blake Swihart's beeswax, or as they say in the industry, his inner thigh region.
Hey, 2 here.
To short.
Tapper over to Adam Frazier again, and that'll be another quick out.
Plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. At the plate, Luis Torrens. His guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. Here comes the first
pitch. Change up to him. Swing and a miss.
In here, and that's the first strike.
Good timing on it. He was just off slightly. Give him one inside here, middle of the zone.
Fly ball out toward left
Pop
center field.
fly, left center field. Benintendi is over to grab it, and that's 1 away.
Now at the plate, Adam Engel.
I'll start him off with a cutter outside.
First pitch on its way.
Pop fly to first on the first pitch. Dietrich's over there to grab it, and that's 2 away.
It's over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. That'll bring back Randall Romero for his second appearance against Jason.
First time up.
Randall Romero.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Curveball out low inside corner, and that gets the first pitch strike.
I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Cutter up, got a swing and a foul tip. So let's go low, slow, and away with that slider. It's showtime.
And a slider.
And that got some credit from the ump, and that'll be the second strikeout of the day for Jason.
1, 2, 3, go the
Side retired.
Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Riding in once again, Yohan Moncada set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
No more runs for Boston, but 5-0 is still a plenty respectable score. It's plenty respectable.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's
cutter high inside, no swing on a ball. Give him the same pitch twice. It's a little risky, but
into the corner and slicing.
It's just a pop fly into the stands. Here at Comiskey Park, I mean guaranteed rate field.
The 1-1.
Change up down and away. Tapped over to Adam Frazier.
Fields it cleanly.
Gets it over to first, and that's the first out.
Now at the plate, Scott Selby. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's
Cutter
inside for
can't
a ball.
find
1-0.
the zone on the inside, so that's strike one. Let's try a two-seamer, about the same spot.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Remember, he was a
Not sure what I
strikeout
was
victim
thinking
last
here.
time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally
Try it.
different direction.
Just a plain
He's
old
showing
2-0
good patience
changeup.
now, and he's
That
got
gets
a
the
real
zone
good
for a
count
strike.
at 2-0.
2-1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
Hey, have a good rip up there,
The
huh?
2-1
Oh, I don't like
home.
the execution on this one.
And
He
it's
fouls it
fouled away.
off. Curveball, bottom of the zone is the call. Yeah, sure. Give you one kind of there-ish. In that general there-ishness.
Hit out towards second.
Grounded over to second. Raul Mondesi fields it.
Throw
Scott
gets
Selby
it,
gone.
2 down.
Jesse
So
Winker
here's the
again.
cleanup hitter, Jesse Winker. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Once again, I will pretend that I didn't notice that, Mr. Vasgersian. On account of it's
First
not
delivery to
cool
him on the way.
to say things of that nature.
Sharp ground ball to third. And the White Sox
In particular,
have their first
because
hit of the game.
when you do, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Yeah, I don't
So
know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be
he
too
got it
big.
off the end of the bat, and that will be the first hit of the game for the White Sox in the 4th inning with 2 away.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
Into the box now, Tim Anderson.
And I can't exactly-
As he will look at a first pitch fastball.
I can't
for
exactly
ball
be
1.
too mad about it
He's
either,
0 for
because that
1
was
thus
about
far.
as good a pitch as I could have made in that spot with that changeup.
Hey, get your pitch. Drive it right there.
He just came up and he got it. And just chipped it into left field past the third baseman.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
The 1-1. Little tardy on that
was
swing as it's
early,
well wide
late
of first.
on that. He was
Winker,
late on the
runner at
changeup, huh?
first with 2 gone.
Okay.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Got a cutter away. Swing and a miss on
and
1
that
away.
ends the inning.
Tim Anderson strikes out, and that'll be the 4th inning away.
White Sox leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going
Try a
into the plate
two-seamer
so
up
far
and
in
in.
this one, Matt. They need something to break their way
Ooh,
and wake them up a
Good
bit.
spot.
Nice to get these fans involved at some point as
Really
well.
good spot. Just no credit from the ump once again.
No one better. Let's do it.
The 1-0
Two-seamer down.
is in there.
That
for
gets a strike.
1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
That's a little bit uncharitable there,
No
D-Row.
offer on that one. 2 balls
That
and a
first ball
strike.
was fine. It's just that the ump didn't see it that way.
Hey, get a good one.
But a high inside cutter. He fouls that off. 2-2 count. So it's been all fastballs all the time this at-bat. How about we give you one of them fading circle changeups? Let's get it.
And
Swing and a
changeup
miss.
swung on,
Thanks for
missed the
playing.
first
Have a
out.
seat and get comfortable.
A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one
Be
hit
nice
for
to get.
these
I mean,
guys, and
now
they
that the
have not
no-hitter is no
swung the
longer in
bats
order, it'd be
well.
nice to get a
That's
Maddox
putting
on
it
the day
mildly.
too. We've only had one this whole season.
Settling in now, Omar Narvaez.
I mean,
He's
obviously,
0 for 1
you
after
take
grounding
the
out in his
outcomes that
only
are given
trip
to you,
the plate
or you
so
fight
far.
for the outcomes that you want,
Here comes
and
the
you don't
first
always
pitch.
get the kind of performances that
On
you would
the
like to
ground
have.
the right
But
side. Mondesi picks it up. Throw in time at first
we,
for out number 2.
we're pitching pretty well today, all things considered.
So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Stepping up to the plate, Luis Torrens. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Okay.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Curveball can't find the zone. First
Well, he's
pitch
done a
for a
great
ball.
job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Excuse me, this is a cutter.
And that's
Top
right
of the
there, and
zone,
we're
no
even at
swing.
1.
Well, that's
Probably a good
tough
one to
pitch
mash,
take
but he
right
didn't
there,
take a swing
right
at it.
down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and
Cutter
unfortunately,
down and
he
in.
let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back.
That
to
one is
take a
right
good
on
swing
the
at that
spot.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
So,
Bases are
1-2
empty here
count.
with 2 men out.
Give it that old Showtime slider down and away.
And a slider.
And he just kind of watches it go on by, and that will end the inning.
Retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. At the plate, Adam Engel to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this
Okay,
point.
curveball
One hit
first
through 5
pitch.
innings. I mean, what else can you
No
say
swing.
about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic?
Strike one,
We'll
so
see if that
next call
continues
is a
as we
cutter down
approach
and
the
away
later
from
innings.
Blake Swihart. We'll go with it, I suppose. Swing and a miss.
Strike, and now it's 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this
He
one
was
so
just
far. You could just
fat.
see
He was
he's
just
awful
playing
confident
late on that
attacking
one.
the
That
strike
one
zone,
just
and
was
when he
well
comes off
past
the mound
him.
at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Swung on.
Swing and a miss on one
really
way
fooled him
outside.
That time for the first out. So the
Probably
shutout's
could have gone
still
with the
intact
slider
here in
on
the
that one,
6th
too,
as we
but he
check out
just,
the league leaderboard for
he was
team
just swinging at
ERA.
everything.
And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category.
Looking good, man. We are catching up with the Yankees. We're now only 3 games behind going into
Now
this
back
game.
to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Randall Romero. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First
Try
offering
to change
on
up
its
first
way.
pitch.
Looks at a
Just
changeup
watches it
right over the
hang
middle.
on through.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the White Sox.
Not the way. Oop, don't like that one. Not the way you draw it up.
Ground
Oh,
ball
that one's
sent
right
back
through
up the
Jason's
middle.
legs up the middle, and that'll be
Into center field
Randall
as he's
Romero
aboard
on
with a one-out
first
single.
with 1 away.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Nilo, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Ready now for the White
right,
Sox.
see if we can't
Yohan
get
Moncada. No hits
outside
to this
slider.
point.
Or rather,
Pitch of the at-bat on its way.
right side of the plate slider.
Slider down
Not one
low
I've
for a
really
strike.
had that much luck
Romero
with ever.
stands at first with 1 out. Fouled off.
Fouls off the 2-seamer that sneaks on into the zone. And I think I want to go again. Change up, low outside corner.
See it drive it.
We get a swing and a miss. We get a double play.
Swing
and a miss is just fine by me.
Well, we're all
That
hearing
is
his name in the
7
Cy Young Award
strikeouts on the day for
discussion.
Jason.
At this point in the season, it's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Now batting, third baseman.
Standing in now, Scott Selby. As
Okay,
the
change up
to him
first pitch
drops
gets
in there
no
for the
swing.
first strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so
Gonna
far.
go inside with the fastball this time, I think. No, not cutter, I don't think.
Here's a fastball that
It's a
crowds
little
him
too
a bit,
far
and
in,
it's
Jay,
1-1.
but whatever you want, man. You're the star of the show.
A good action
Two-seamer
on the
gets that
two-seamer
corner.
there, and
Oof.
it's 1-2.
Hey, 1 strike away from
Bit of a
6
tight
shutout
call
innings
there, but
against
hey.
this lineup.
I ain't complaining. And I'm
he
not complaining
struck him
about
out.
that
His
either.
8th punch out of the ball
Struck him
game,
out
and that
again.
one ends
8th
the
punch
inning.
out on the day
A
through,
man
what
left
is
for
it,
the
6
White
innings?
Sox. They still find themselves down.
Jason
6-0.
doing work, putting in the duty.
Digging in and looking for more.
And going
Jesse
into the
Winker,
7th at
singled and
65
2 trips to the
pitches, he's
plate
looking
thus far.
pretty good to
Starting
close
to
this
run
one out if
of
he
time. They
can
haven't been
make
able
it to the end of the
score any
game.
runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to
Cutter
try to get
cuts,
on base and
cuts
ignite a rally.
inside.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
2-seamer drops out of the zone. How about a change-up?
Back to the mound.
Tapped it past Jason over to short. Are we going to get it? We are.
That's out number 1.
That's out number 1 of the 7th. I'll bring up Tim Anderson.
Ready for another chance? Tim Anderson, 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Shortstop, Tim Anderson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
Ball
And Jason is having some trouble finding the zone with these, huh?
No errors so far for the White
Okay.
Sox.
Call is up and in. Challenge pitch, I guess. Did he go?
Now a check
He
swing,
did.
appeal to first, and umpire Matthew Ross says he went around for strike 1.
2-1 count. He was late on it, too, so just give him another fastball. Ooh, it was early on that one, and he yanked it.
Into the crowd, foul.
Good pull on that one. He was just a little bit early. But unfortunately, that also leaves him vulnerable, too. The Showtime slider, if he didn't get it into the gap. Tim Anderson gets on base to take,
there's been some great pitching in this one.
Take his place at first with the 1 out in the 7th.
That's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat.
Change
They
up
got to start to swing
outside.
the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Cue shot here out towards short.
Oof.
He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into
That
center
one's just
field.
a soft little liner straight up the middle, and they couldn't get anything on that one. Just couldn't get a guy to it in time. Adam Frazier makes a nice little dive into the dirt, but that will be men on first and second with 1 away, and that'll bring up Omar Narvaez here.
Stepping in
Jason's
now,
starting to
Omar Narvaez.
get a little bit of traffic
He'll
here
go
on the
after
bases
first pitch
now
to him
in the
and comes
7th.
up empty. It's strike 1.
Not what you like to see, but
pitching late in the games.
sometimes you just can't help it.
And this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
That's
Ball
over,
stays
but low.
down
It's a ball
that
and a
time
strike.
for a ball.
Wait for a good one now. Hey, let's get a 2-ball here. Come on now.
Good time
Can't
to take
hit the
something
zone
off,
with the
but it's
changeup,
2-1
so that's
now.
1 and 2,
Well,
2 and
get it
1.
back
Excuse
together
me.
here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Pulls a
Skied into
cutter,
straightaway
right field. Yasiel
Puig's got a read
Puig
on
under it.
And he makes the catch.
And they're going to
for the
leave
second
the
out.
runner on second, which is like what I want to see here. Probably not without reason, because that was a cannon shot out there from right field.
Stepping in
That'll
and ready
bring
for
on
another shot, Luis Torrens.
Luis
2 outs
Torrens.
and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
I wonder if they call him
Tight here with the
BitTorrents.
first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Anderson at second. Delmonico on at first with 2 down. 2-0.
Got to find
Okay.
a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high
Okay,
alert.
that one hit the bottom
And that
inside
pitch
corner.
catches the inside corner.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly.
I really want to pop up.
Takes a
Or
fastball
strike.
on the inside corner.
Looks like he's
I
got
got
a good
showtime
feel
left,
for that
so-
2-seam fastball this far into the game.
Let's go ahead and get one low outside corner as usual and see what he does.
A full count,
Nothing
3 balls and 2
Is what he
strikes.
does. Just fat
Adam
loading
Engel
nothing.
would be next.
Right here, right here.
Taps it.
First baseline.
Jason, come on!
Oh, and that all developed too late to get him at first, and now the bases are
Can't
loaded
cut that
here.
one off. apparently he doesn't do enough fielding practice. So this base is loaded with 2 away.
You know, D-Row as a pitcher,
Bottom of the 7th, the best opportunity the White Sox have had all night.
And make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's
Swing and a miss on
that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end
fastball
of the day, he's
there.
smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
The 0-1 on its way.
2-seamer up and in.
High fastball is in there.
All right, baby. Give me a nice little strikeout down and away. Showtime slider. Come on. Swing and a miss. Let's see it.
And he's
yes,
got himself
indeedy.
another one as he picks up
Struck out. The base is loaded.
The side is retired.
That'll take me into the 8th. Not looking so good for a Maddox tonight, but we are still scoreless. Going into the top of the 8th. 6 outs to go, up 9-0.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base, so I'm not surprised to see him taking.
All right, that is past Rafael Devers, or over him rather. Makes him 2 for 4 on the day.
I know the score's out of hand.
See if they leave Jason in the game right now.
That's going to give away an at-bat.
They will. Yohan Moncada up to bat.
Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a nod.
He's set and the pitch.
No swing on the changeup going out inside with that. Taps the 2-seamer down and away. He was early on it, so how about a curveball inside, perhaps?
Looking for his 10th strikeout.
Swing and a miss. Yohan Moncada goes down for strikes, and I believe that's 10 on the day for Jason.
10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Yes, indeed.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Into the box,
Scott Selby watches the first pitch changeup.
Romero
go by, no swing.
With 1 gone in the inning. A bouncer
Grounder up the middle, and that'll be into center field, and he's going to run for it. And Mikey Matuk is going to pull Rafael Devers off the bag for a base hit. So Selby gets on base here in the bottom of the 8th. Men at the corners with only 1 away. So shutout's in danger.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Change up
over the outside corner. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out.
Two-seamer hits the middle of the zone, and that was another good one to hit.
After being down 0-2, I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count.
Swings and a misses on 1 away for Jesse Winker.
Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball.
Strikeout number 11 on the day for Jason. Keeping it working here. I'll bring up Tim Anderson. Grounder to the infield, or a pop out, or something like that would be fantastic here.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Okay, 2-seamer gets a generous call on the outside corner.
Strike 1. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan.
Grounder over to,
there's no doubt about it.
Not to first, past the first baseman, and in fact,
there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's no runs on
I didn't see how that turned out, but they got the man out at second.
9th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 9 and the White Sox 9.
They're going to leave Jason in for the 9th. I'll be a little bit surprised if they do.
The hustle and bustle of downtown.
They will, in fact. Nicky Delmonico to the plate. Jason's still on the mound. He's out of showtime, but he's still got a little energy. 100 pitches already on the day.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, But the effort on the offensive side
cutter up
has been
gets a
pretty
strike.
lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one.
Into the windup,
right.
Here comes the 0-1.
Swats a two-seamer on the inside. Strike
Get off
two.
me, ball. That ball's way too far inside. He's got to step out of the box right now and adjust his batting gloves because he just got stuck
Change
by a
up
pack of
outside.
Doubled up the line.
Taps it up the line. Come on, Jason, make this one.
Throw won't get him.
Oh. All
Hey, I
right,
can
well,
only take you inside the mind of the
Nicky
batter right
Delmonico
here.
gets a
Had
base
lot of
hit on
swinging
that
bucks in
little
my day. Soon as that
little
ball hits the dirt in front
nubber
of you,
along the first
you are
third base
getting
line.
it down to first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks
We're
like.
going to leave Jason
you are
in for
getting
Omar
it down.
Narvaez. Still no outs, man on first, bottom of the ninth.
In now, Omar Narvaez. As he'll take a look
Change
at an
up
off-speed
outside,
pitch here
no
that
swing
misses
on a
for
ball.
one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Slapped hard.
That
the
is
opposite
over
way.
Devers' head again, and that'll be men on first and second. So I got to think
Dan, if they're gonna
that's
going
to be Jason's day right there.
Opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with
They're
that
going to
big
take
knock.
Jason out in the ninth with no outs. Allow 2 men on base and has the potential to let runs across if the closer doesn't cut it
Now the
tonight.
Red Sox skipper's up out of the
But
dugout and on his
Jason,
way toward the mound. And we're
no
see a
conceivable
pitching
way
change
Jason
as
can
that's
lose
gonna
this
do it.
one
Now,
unless
starter
the
here tonight. Robbie
relievers
Scott
really
comes
blow
on
this
now in
one.
an
So
awfully difficult
we'll see
situation
how
as there are 2
Jason's
on here with
bullpen
nobody
does
out.
today. See if they can get the first or the final 3 outs on their own. Let's see what you got, Robbie Scott. Survey says.
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. The Boston Red Sox posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Jason Parham records the victory, his 13th.
Well, Jason comes out and does it to him again today, pitching for 8 innings, collecting 11 strikeouts on 9 hits and a walk, allowing no runs, and getting himself a win. He goes to 13-6 on the year. He goes to 59-38 in his career. His ERA is at 2.18, his FIP is at 2.51, and his xFIP is at 2.88. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.